What's up, animation horrors? Today I've got the second episode of Animation History. Kim Possible was a 4-season, 87-episode Disney animation show that aired from 2002 to 2007. The show was created by longtime colleagues Bob Schooley and Mark McCorkle, who began working together in the 90s with a show called Goof Troop, and who have since also worked together on the Big Hero 6 series, the Penguins of Madagascar, the Monsters vs. Aliens series, the Aladdin series, and the Hercules series. Kim Possible revolved around high school cheerleader Kim Possible, who fought crime alongside her best friend Ron Stoppable, his naked mole rat named Rufus, and a child computer prodigy named Wade. These four made up Team Possible. Schooley and McCorkle got the idea when riding in an elevator after a lunch break together. Disney was looking for a show idea targeted at tweens and older teens, and they wanted to create original content together after being on the Hercules and Aladdin series. Their first idea came from one man saying, "Kim Possible, she can do anything," and the other responding, "Ron Stoppable, he can't." Art director Alan Bodner and executive Chris Bailey created the animation style. Product design was inspired by 1950s and 60s and old Disneyland posters. They wanted a retro modern background design. The background was made of images with strong shapes, and wider color ranges were used for point of view. There were no background lines utilized. The art design became more abstract and colorful as time went on. For example, they initially used blue skies, but later switched to less typical and more vibrant colors. Steven Silver was the lead character designer who worked freelance as he was working full-time for Danny Phantom. Silver designed Kim among many other characters. There were 3 months of development on Kim's design. She began as a run-of-the-mill, pretty, athletic high school girl. They went away from that stereotype to make her look more like an athletic freshman girl. Silver often used yearbooks of family friends to look at high school fashion trends to use for KP characters. The show had several influences from other medias. For example, the show was very much influenced by Marvel. The show creator said that Spider-Man, the Fantastic Four, and X-Men all influenced their villains. In the first season, it was revealed that Dr. Draken and Kim Possible's father were friends in college, but had a falling out that Draken never let go of. This is often noted as a nod to the relationship between Victor Von Doom and Reed Richards. Global Justice, the organization Kim works for, is a nod to Marvel's S.H.I.E.L.D. The show also utilized very recognizable voice actors of the time. They included Christy Carlson Romano from Even Stevens, Will Friedle from Boy Meets World, Raven-Symoné from That's So Raven, Nancy Cartwright from The Simpsons, and John DiMaggio from Futurama and Adventure Time. The show was actually quite revolutionary of the time. It went against the cartoon stereotypes of dumb adults. Most of KP parents were actually genius-like. They also never wrote down to children. They wanted to also appeal to parents and older kids and added a few little jokes that only an older audience would understand. McCorkle also said they hired younger writers to give them a chance they once got. This may have also helped them write more relatable characters. Finally, women in the show were written as more powerful, while the men were more of a comic relief. This can be seen in the Kim, Ron, and Draken Shigo dynamics. Fans actually saved the show from cancellation. Only 3 seasons were originally planned. The show was going to be canceled because new executives were brought in and they wanted to focus on Phineas and Ferb because it was their project to make a name for themselves. The Kim Possible movie was actually supposed to wrap up the series after the 3rd season, but a fan campaign convinced the network and then the show got a 4th season. The campaign probably got so many signatures because fans wanted to see the new relationship between Kim and Ron that was started in the movie play out in another season. A Disney Channel online poll revealed that Emotion Sickness, an episode where Kim temporarily has a crush on Ron, was the fans' overall favorite episode. The showrunners were shocked regarding the renewal and had already planned to start other projects, but did return for the final season. The showrunners and writers didn't necessarily want to delve into the relationship, but they did, and they kept the relationship mostly drama-free and kept them as best friends. It was important to the writers that the relationship was healthy and showed that couples have to do work in order to be healthy together. Not only did they get renewed, but Kim Possible also broke a strict Disney Channel rule that was held through the 90s and 2000s. Disney shows used to have a threshold of 65 episodes. This 4th season broke this rule. This rule has since been left behind after the success of Kim Possible. The show was not only popular, but it also gained critical acclaim. Kim Possible received 8 Emmy nominations, 5 in 2005 alone. It was the most nominated series that year. They won 1 Emmy for Outstanding Sound Mixing. The show was popular in America, but also internationally. The show aired in Canada, Dubai, China, Germany, and Japan. It did especially well in the latter two countries. Soon, those new executives finally got their way, and the show was canceled. Following the fourth season and after 16 total years at Disney, Schooley and McCorkle both moved on to Nickelodeon, but did recently move back to Disney. Nonetheless, KP broke barriers with a strong three-dimensional female character and smart writing. It was only the second Disney Channel original animated show and continues to be in the hearts of many.